is going on, people? Welcome to the channel. My name's Ellis, aka Ellis the Kid, and today we're going to do a review of Neural DSP's Mateus Asato Archetype plugin. Neural DSP have designed it with Mateus Asato's sound in mind, and it offers a combination of amps, cabs, and effects to match his signature tone. Here we have 3 amp models, a clean one, a lead one, and a rhythm, and they all come with their own different types of characteristics. So I've had this for a little while. I've had some time to play around with it, get familiar with the plugin. We're going to go through each core element, see how it sounds, and then we'll put some general thoughts on it as we go. Just to run you through the setup that we're running. So we're running this through Ableton. We've got the guitar connected via DI straight into a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. We're on the second channel, and we've added an audio track to the Ableton project. And all we've done on that track is we've added the Mateus Asato plugin, which has been imported as a VST3 plugin. Here, as you can see, I'm running it through the DAW so I can record the audio and add it to the video. But it does work separately as a standalone app, as you can see here in the start menu. It does run on its own. You don't need to have it as a plugin in a DAW. Shout out to Neural DSP for taking that into consideration. Some people just want to plug and go, and you can do that, so great. The guitar of choice for this video is my Ibanez Gem Junior. I will be doing a full review video of this later down the line, so if you want to see that and you're interested in this guitar, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Here we go. So this is the plugin itself, and this is what it loads up as. So we've got 3 different amp models here. You can select them via the icons at the bottom. So we've got a clean one. As clean as it gets for Mateus. We've got our rhythm model. And then we've got our lead model here. Sounds mean. It does sound mean, I'll be honest. So I'm just going to run you through the options that we have available to us, and then we'll get into the actual amp models and the effects, okay? So straight off the bat, we've got an input switch to adjust our volume, our input volume. We've got a noise gate, always useful to have a noise gate. We've got the ability to transpose the signal. That sounds Dragon Forcey as anything, doesn't it? And then we have the ability to switch between mono and stereo inputs, which is always good. We've got the ability to save our options here. So if we go ahead and start tweaking these settings, then we can save that as our own preset, which is amazing. Here's something that I found really cool, and we've got the ability to double up the tone. Right, so, and you can delay it via this switch here, which is really cool. Of course, if you know anything about recording guitars, it's usually wise to double up the guitar tracks just to create a bit more saturation in the track. And the mix itself in terms of the guitars, but you never want it to be exactly the same, so you can't just copy and duplicate tracks. It's better to record them in twice separately, or as many times as you want. The doubler here gives you the ability to double up on the sound, but also delay it by however many milliseconds without creating any sort of phasing, which is an excellent touch. Really cool feature. Along with this, you actually have a tuner as well, always nice to have. And then we've got the ability to change our output volume. So first of all, I want to say that I think Neural DSP have absolutely nailed the tones here. But not only have they nailed it in terms of the presets that they give you the ability and the flexibility to tweak them as you suit, right? Which means that if you think that something sounds a little bit off or it could sound closer, then you have the ability to do that right here. Or if you want to use these presets as a skeleton and tweak them to your own tones to create your own unique sound, then you also have that ability to do that with these amp model settings. Okay, so starting with the clean amp, with this one you're going to get a very round and articulate sound, which is perfect for those sort of melodic and expressive melodies. There's not much going on here. You've got the volume, bass, cut, which is middle, master and level. And then you've got a power switch here. Again, we're talking about a clean sounding amp, so you're not going to need too much going on here at all. Modern clean, you've got a few more options. You've got gain, bass, mids, treble, presence. I like the presence setting, always a good touch. Master and output. But then you've also got this really cool switch over here, which controls the thickness of your tone. Amazing touch. Essentially what this is, it acts as a saturator, but there's many ways of thickening up a tone. And here you've got the ability to change from normal, thick, to thicker. What they're trying to replicate and emulate here is what I'm assuming to be a valve amp. Yeah, so excellent there. And again, with a little tweaking, you can get that to sound even better if you really wanted to. I think that's a really good touch. And then the lead tone, I'll be honest, I haven't really heard much of Mateus's lead playing, to be honest with you. At the top here, we can navigate through the pre-effects, the amp settings, the cab settings, EQ, and post effects here. So we've got many different options here. Yeah, so looking at these, we've got compression, overdrive. There's 2 overdrive pedals here, and then we've got a modulation pedal, which gives us the ability to add tremolo, vibrato, or chorus, and we can change the speed and intensity of said pedal. But that's pretty much it in terms of pedals. You've got a 9-band graphic EQ. This is what the EQ looks like. So yeah, you've got a decent range there. And yeah, pretty standard stuff for an EQ. Looks pretty cool visually. And then you have post effects again, so we've got some reverb and delay. And again, a plethora of options to dial that in the way you'd like. Pretty self-explanatory stuff, right? You go to the cab, you've got a comprehensive cab sim, got a range of dynamic and condenser microphones and river microphones, so cool. We've got a total of 23 pre-programmed presets with this plugin, which is a decent number in my eyes. And again, it covers each 3 of those amp models from clean, rhythm to lead. All right, so the one that you heard in the intro was this one here, the baritones. Baritones are going to heaven. I think they start off really strong with this one. As you can see, you've got a little bit of cut in the mids, you've got higher trebles and lower bass. But what you've also got is that ambience in the background created by the reverb. Excellent for creating atmosphere with the playing. So yeah, just so you know, you can actually go ahead and select a preset, but change the amp model that you're using. So it applies those amp settings across the board, regardless of the amp model that you're using, and the post and pre-effects. So I think you're getting the idea here. There's several tones. We've got lots and lots of different tones here. I'm not going to go through every single one. I prefer the clean amp model and also the rhythm. I'm not a huge fan of the lead tones. They sound fairly generic. I don't think they sound more particularly Mateus Asato than any other lead tone would. That's my overall opinion of them. So the clean amp model, amazing. The rhythm, incredible as well. You get that really sort of saturated, hot sounding tone. And then the lead one, yeah, I'm not a massive fan of. So for the price point, I think the plugin is absolutely incredible. It's advertised and marketed as Mateus Asato sounding plugin, but I think you get way more bang for your buck than is advertised, you know? So like I said, with this, you'd expect to only sound like Mateus Asato, but you've actually got the flexibility to create any sort of sounding tone that you'd like, within some degree, you know? On the spectrum of sound, you could have it as dialed in to sounding more Mateus Asato as you wanted, and dialed away as much as you wanted as well. It's advertised on their website as 139 euros. In my opinion, that's incredible value for money there. You have the ability to download a free trial, so if you want to give it a go, try before you buy type thing, then you absolutely can. Final thoughts, I'm a big fan of it. I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of it. If we're talking objectively, it does what it says in the tin. It gives you plenty of flexibility, gives you plenty of post and pre-effects, gives you the ability to EQ the tone, lets you use it standalone. For the price that you're paying, it definitely delivers and you won't be disappointed. So give it a go if you're on the fence. The amps and the effects are all really versatile. It's all on a fairly intuitive UI. Now, one thing to consider, it's not really a con, but it's just something to consider. It's obviously dialed in to create that really fuzzy atmospherical tone. So if you don't like that and you've got this, then you're gonna have to do a lot of dialing, tweaking and saving your own presets to get something different essentially. But if you are looking for that tone, that iconic sound, then it's an amazing tool. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. That's gonna be it for this review. Let me know what your thoughts are on the plugin down below in the comments. If you have any suggestions of anything else you'd like to see in the future, leave it down below as well. If you have any questions, again, leave a comment and I'll reply to you when I can. If you like the video, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you wanna see more of this type of video, and do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right guys, that's gonna be it from me for this video. Until the next one, take it easy.